Bring your pets, bring your kitties, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life because the Mets are really sucking the ball. Not those home runs over the wall. These BBS Mets from New York. All the butcher and the baker and the people on the streets, where they go to meet the Mets. All their collar and their cheer and their itching in their seats, where they go to meet the Mets. Hey there, everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and thanks for joining our replay of the 2019 Mets season. It's going to be the Mets in Washington. It's going to be a heck of a ball game because it's ace versus ace, deGrom versus Scherzer. So this is an exciting game using Deep Drive Baseball, one of my favorite game systems. You can try it for $1. Just go to Deep Drive Baseball, and you'll get it. And you try it for $1, a couple of teams. And then the whole season is for $12. And there's a handful of seasons, not a lot of seasons, but I love the game. I love the cards. It plays simple, very few charts. It's a 50-50 game, but there's an added deep drive chart that comes either off the pitcher or the batter, and of course you have the ballpark card. So it works really nicely. It's a lot of fun, and let's get started. Let's do the lineup for the Mets. It's going to be McNeil in left field, leading off, and batting second is Pete Alonso, the first baseman. Batting third is the right fielder Michael Conforto. Catcher is Wilson Ramos, the Buffalo. Center fielder is Nimmo. Second baseman is Joe Panik. Third baseman batting seventh is Todd Frazier, and along with the Mets, played with them for a couple of seasons. Batting eighth is Luis Guillorme at shortstop, and it's Jacob deGrom batting ninth. For the Washington Nationals, will be Turner leading off, Cabrera batting second, third baseman Rendon in the third hole, left fielder Soto cleanup, batting fifth is Adams, batting sixth is Suzuki, seventh is Parra, and eighth is Robles, and ninth is Scherzer. Okay, so let's get started, and it's going to be McNeil versus Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer in the replay is 11-7 with a 3.77 ERA. So probably, and this is already the month of September, and in reality, at a 2.92 ERA, and he was 11-7. So let's get some of the crowd behind us. Very quickly here before we get started. And there it goes, a little crowd noise. And we'll get that going. And here goes. We're going to roll. Now, the way you play Deep Drive Baseball, very, very simple. You have to get the PDF. I mean, the cards come in PDF. That's the only way you do it. You cut them out. I have a little 13 cutter, and I've shown this. It's called Lesion, and it's very, very simple, very cheap to get. You get that $13 and you cut all the cards you want for the rest of your life. And you cut up the cards of the teams. You get every player. You get batting cards for every pitcher. It's a very, very cool system. Cards are very, very easy to read, as you can see. You can see them very clearly. There's not a lot of it. They're not cluttered cards. Very straightforward and very easy to play. And you read the red and then the white. And if it's 0 to 50, it's going to be off the batter. If it's 88, if it's 50 to 99, it's going to be off the pitcher. So an 88 is going to be an out. What kind of an out? Well, the green die will tell you. And it's a 0. That's lined and caught by the first baseman, Adams. So that'll be an L3 to start off the game. So McNeil hits it right on the screws, but right at the first baseman. Next is Pete Alonso. He had a couple of home runs in yesterday's game. The Mets won that game, I think, 16-4. Holy smokes. They had 11 runs in the first inning. So the Nationals are going to want revenge tonight. And that's an 87. That is going to be off Scherzer. That's a defensive lookup. Very easy to do that. I'm going to get rid of some of these pages I have here. And a defensive lookup, we're going to have to re-roll. And 0 to 41, it's going to be on the error chart. It's a 64, so that's going to be on the range chart. It's a ground ball to the third baseman. Will Rendon get it? Not if he's a 3, and he is a 3, and that gets past Rendon. There's going to be a base hit. Yep, base hit. And let me just double check. What was that? 64 single. So base hit. Alonso pulls one, and it just gets by Rendon. So Conforto now. Let's have a runner at first base. Now, you also got to roll to see if there's a wild pitch, pass ball, that sort of thing, balk, and so on. So you roll. It's really 5%. So I roll 1d20, and if it's a 1, then it's I check for that. That was a 5, so I don't have to check. So here's the pitch to Conforto. Conforto bats from the left side. That's a 38. That's going to be off Conforto's card, and a 1 is going to be popped up right side of the infield. Adams is there, 2 away. And here's Wilson Ramos. Again, we're going to throw that 20-sided die looking for that 1. And here's the pitch. It's a 63, and that is a strikeout. So Ramos swings and misses at a Scherzer slider. No runs, 1 hit. Go to the bottom of the first. Trey Turner versus Jacob deGrom. And let me input some stats real quick so I can look at deGrom's data. Love to tell you what that is. And then it was a single, and it was a pop-up to 3, and then it was a K. And Jacob deGrom is 15-4 with a 1.89 ERA. So he is, dominating the league. So here goes Trey Turner, and that's a 34 and an 8, and that's a fly ball, right field. Right there is Conforto, makes the catch, 1 away. Pitch from deGrom to Asdrubal Cabrera, switch hitter, batting from the left side. That's a 56, and that's line base hit, left center field. Cabrera strokes one, frozen. And deGrom gives up his first hit here in the bottom of the first inning. Rolling for that 1, we don't get it. Anthony Rendon, he's trouble, 79, and that is a defensive lookup. And we're going to roll those 2d6, and that's an 84, and that ball is a deep fly ball in the gap, and after it is Nimmo, and he runs it down. Nimmo read it right off the bat, and he's there to flag it down. That's 2 outs. And here's Juan Soto. And no wild pitch. And that's a 61. That's strike 3. And deGrom blows a fastball by Soto. No runs, 1 hit. We go top of the second. No score. Mets' season record is 70 and 67. And the Nationals are 81 and 55. Here's a pitch to Brandon Nimmo. That's a 42 and a 9, and that is a fly ball. Center field. Drifting under it is Robles. 1 away. Joe Panic is next. Pitch from Scherzer. An 83 and a 0, and that's line. And strike 3. Second strikeout of the game for Max Scherzer. Here's Todd Frazier, the Todd father, with a 51, and that's a deep drive. And he gets a hold of one, drives it deep to left center field, and back goes Soto, and that ball is out of here. Todd Frazier gives the Mets a 1-0 lead. And it's Luis Guillorme now. It's a 98 and a 2, and that is a ground ball right at Adams. Makes the catch. Picks up scoops the grounder, steps on the bag, and that retires the side. 1 run on 1 hit. The Mets are up 1-0. The home run by Todd Frazier. Matt Adams is leading it off against Jacob deGrom. It's a 54, and that is a ground ball and through the right side for a base hit. So Adams is on with a single. Adams is not a threat to steal at all. We are going to roll that 20 to see if we get that one. Nope, no wild pitch, pass ball, or anything like that. It's a 76. Strike 3, and Suzuki. Kurt Suzuki chases a ball out of the strike zone. Now it's the baby shark, Para, and there's a potential for a wild pitch. We got that one. That's a 96, and I do not think that's going to be a wild pitch. 96 says pass ball, catcher B, C, D, or F. And I didn't look at that. He is a pass ball rating of D, so that's going to get by Ramos. The pass ball on Ramos. And Adams moves over to second. All right, we're going to get another chance to roll that 20-sided die to see if there's back-to-back events. Nope, no one there. Here's the pitch to Para. That's a 38 and a 9, and that is a fly ball center field. Now, Adams is not a quick guy, so we're not going to tag up with him, but there's always a potential to tag up. And that is a, what did I say that was? 38 and a 9, and that's a fly ball center field, 2 away. Victor Robles and deGrom to Robles, 93 and a 6, and that is a fly ball into the right fielder. Makes the catch, no runs, 1 hit. Mets lead at 1-0. We go to the top of the third. deGrom is leading off. And that is a 33 and a 3. It's a ground ball to the first baseman, Adams. 1 away. Very easy to play. I mean, as you can see. Oh. And that's McNeil now. McNeil lined out in the first inning. That's a 90 and a 0. That's another liner. And again to the first baseman. So McNeil lines out twice. That's a 25 and a 1. And that is strike 3. Alonso down swinging. No runs, no hits. We go to bottom of the third. Plays very quickly as well this game. Scherzer versus Jacob deGrom versus Scherzer. That's a 20 and a 7. That's a strikeout. So deGrom picks up his 3rd strikeout of the game. 1 out, and it's Trey Turner. Trey Turner flied out to right field in his first at bat. We are in the bottom of the third, 1-0 Mets, 77, and that's a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for deGrom. So deGrom is dealing. And that's a 65, and that is strike 3. So deGrom strikes out the side. No runs, no hits. We go to top of the 4th. As you can see, the results are very realistic. The top pitchers have a 1-0 game going here. 1-0 pitchers duel. Michael Conforto. That's a 71. That's a strikeout. And that is number 4 for Scherzer. Next is Wilson Ramos, who struck out. And a 51 is a deep drive off of Ramos' bat. And that ball is off the wall. And Ramos is going to chug into second base with a 1-out double. Here's Brandon Nimmo. And the pitch to Nimmo is a 93, and that's line. Now, that could be a double play. If we roll 0-0 to 0-9, it's going to be a double play, and it won't be. It's an L3. I can't remember if it was the pitcher. It was a line drive. I think it was an L6, actually. It's an L6. And Joe Panic now. Again, we're rolling that 20-sided die to see if there's a 1 result. Joe Panic, runner on second, 2 outs. That's an 11, and that is a base on balls. So Scherzer loses Panic. Joe Panic trots down out to first base. That puts runners on first and second here at the top of the 4th. Mets lead at 1-0. Ramos is at second base. Panic is at first. Here comes Todd Frazier. Todd Frazier homered in the 2nd inning off of Scherzer. Here's a pitch to see if it's a wild pitch. I guess you can call that the event roll. And here's Frazier. That's a 50. That's trouble. That is trouble, my friends. Frazier could have his second home run of the game, and that's a deep drive. That's a deep drive to left center field, and back goes Robles and Soto to the track. They look up. That's out of here. A 3-run shot, the second home run of the game for Todd Frazier. Holy smokes. And Scherzer, you know, he wish he had that pitch back. Mets lead it 4-0. And Todd Frazier takes his jog around the bases. It is Luis Guillorme. High fives in the dugout for Todd Frazier. Hit his second home run. He's got 2 home runs, 2 for 2, 2 home runs, and 4 RBIs. Luis Guillorme now. Here's the pitch. It's a 29, and that is a hard hit ground ball to the first baseman, Adams. Nice pick by Adams, and that retires the side, but not before the Mets pick up 3 runs on 2 hits and a walk, and they lead it 4-0. Rendon leading off against deGrom here in the bottom of the 4th. We are in Washington, and that is a 79. That is going to be a lookup. And a 21 takes us to the potential error. And a 49 is a ground ball to Panic. Makes a nice play. Better hurry, throw to first, and in time to get Rendon. Nice play by Panic. Had to go far to his right in the hole, backhanded it, and pivoted throughout with a low throw throughout Rendon, but it was scooped out by Alonso. Here's Soto with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Mets lead at 4-0. And that's a 0-7. That's going to be line base hit, right center field. Soto's on with the 3rd hit of the game for the Nats. I'm going to roll that 20-sided die looking for that 1. No, it's not there. That's an 87 and a 6, and that is a fly ball. Shallow right. Settling under it is Conforto. 2 down. Again, looking for that 1 on a 20-sided die to see if there's a wild pitch. Nothing. That's an 18, and that is a defensive result on Suzuki. And we're going to roll that 2D10. It's a 29. That's going to take us to a potential error. And a 91 says it's going to be an error at center fielder for sure. It's going to be a 2-base error. Soto's going to stop at 3rd. It's going to be an E8. Error on fly ball to Nimmo. Nimmo lets it hit off his glove, drops and rolls away from him. Picks it up quickly, throws it into Rosario, to Guillorme at short. Soto holds up, but Suzuki makes it to 2nd. There's going to be an E8 on the 91. Holy smokes. Only a 5 center fielder would have caught that. A poor center fielder would have been a 3-base error. Really nice system that Chris Witt devised with this game. This is a really underappreciated game. I'm going to devote a bunch of time on my channel to this game, because I think it's truly a diamond in the rough. Salvador America, how are you? We got a pretty decent game, and RJL with an amazing channel, and you should check that out. He has so much stuff going on that, I mean, amazing. Love it. And I just kind of find a little bit of time to game for myself, and so it's 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Coming up is the baby shark, Gerardo Parra. He's a left-handed specialist. And Mets are up 4-0. Jacob deGrom versus Max Scherzer. The star of the game, or the MVP for the Mets so far, has been, offensively, has been Todd Frazier with 2 home runs, a solo shot in the 2nd, and a 3-run shot in the 4th. So Todd Frazier has gotten Max Scherzer's number. And here's Parra. I'm going to roll that 20-sided die to see if there's a 1, see if there's a wild pitch, pass ball, blah, blah, blah. Nothing there. And here's the pitch from deGrom to Parra. And that is a 17, and that's strike 3. And that retires the side. The Nats lead 2. 1 hit, score none. 1 error. And that error was on Nimmo. Go to top of the 5th. And it's going to be Jacob deGrom leading it off. That's a 64. It's a strikeout. and that is strikeout number 5 for Scherzer. Both these pitchers can go pretty deep into games. They have the way they do it in deep drive baseball is through points. They kind of rate you with some points, and the better pitchers get more points. And every inning you subtract a point. You subtract the point if you give up a run, and you subtract a point for every time you go through the lineup. So right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 innings, plus he's gone through the lineup twice. That's 6, and he's given up at least a run. That's 7, but he can go 10 points. Here's a pitch to McNeil. That's a 58, and that is a ground ball and through into right field, just past the shift on McNeil. So McNeil's on at first. He's 1 for 3. Pete Alonso is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Here's the pitch from Scherzer. That's a 28 and a 1, and that's a pop-up. Right there is Cabrera on the outfield grass. 2 out, and here's Conforto. Pitch to Conforto from Scherzer, and a 95 and a 7. That is a deep fly to right field. Conforto got a hold of one, drives it. Para goes back to the track and makes the catch. That retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, bottom of the 5th. Nats, Robles, Scherzer, and Turner, bottom of the 5th. 4-0 Metropolitans, 0-8, and that is laced to left center field. Base hit for Robles, the 4th hit allowed by deGrom. Scherzer's going to bat. Scherzer was a 43 and a 7, and that's a fly ball. Shallow left field. Racing in is McNeil, and he gets there. 1 away. Robles heads back to first base. Trey Turner. Here's a pitch from deGrom, and it's a 74 and a 6, and that is strike 3. Second time that Turner has struck out in this game, and that is his 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th strikeout in 5 innings. 2 outs. Robles on at first. And here's the pitch to Cabrera. It's a 67. That's a strikeout. And deGrom picks up his 8th. Back-to-back Ks in the bottom of the 5th. No runs, 1 hit. We go to top of the 6th. Ramos, Nimmo, and Panic. Joe Panic played with the Mets for a short time last season. That's a 53. That's a deep drive off the bat of Wilson Ramos. Drives one deep to left center field. Back goes Soto. Back goes the center fielder Robles. And that ball, my friends, is 1 hop off the wall. And this is going to be Ramos' second double of the game. Makes it in there easily. And now it's Brandon Nimmo. Here's the pitch to Brandon. That's a 36 and a 1. That's popped up. Oh, a 36 is a strikeout. Excuse me. Strikeout number 6 for Scherzer. Again, throwing that 20-sided die to look for that 1. Here's Joe Panic, left-handed hitter, 45 and a 1. That's popped up on the infield, and Cabrera calls for it. Todd Frazier. Todd Frazier's 2 for 2 with 2 home runs. See if he can make it his 3rd. Here's the pitch from we got to throw that 20-sided die. There's nothing there. Here's the pitch from Frazier. From Scherzer, 87 and a 3, and that's a defensive lookup. Remember that does 2D10, and that's a 48. 48 is a ground ball to Adams, and Adams should be a 3, which is your standard guy. Yep, and he makes the play. Steps on the bag ahead of Frazier, and Scherzer finally gets Frazier. The Mets strand the runner, no runs, 1 hit. They lead at 4-0. Go to bottom of the 6th. It's going to be Rendon, Soto, and Adams. Here's the pitch from deGrom. deGrom has 8 strikeouts in 5 innings. That's an 80 and a 7, and that's a defensive lookup. And it's a 77, and that is a fly ball. On the run is McNeil, and in the corner makes the catch. Nice catch by McNeil, but we got to double check that because I know McNeil's not a great left fielder. He's a 1. Whoa, that's not good at all. That may be trouble. It may drop in there. Even a 1 makes a catch on the 77, so he gets there. Okay. Soto's up next. Rendon flies out to the corner left field. And here's the pitch to Juan Soto, 35 and a 7. And that's a fly ball deep right field. Back goes Conforto to the track and makes the catch. So Soto gave it a ride, but did not carry out of the park. We're in the bottom of the 6th, 4-0 Mets, 2 outs. Matt Adams has singled, moved to second on a pass ball against Ramos, and then in the 4th, he flied out. Here's the pitch to Adams, a 91 and a 0. That's line and caught by Panic, and that's 3 up, 3 down. So deGrom is dealing with a shutout here, a 6-inning shutout. He's allowed 4 hits, 1, 2, 3, 4. Luis Guillorme is leading off against Max Scherzer. And a 37 and a 5, and that is ripped to the second baseman. Cabrera scoops it over to first. 1 down. Jacob deGrom, he's grounded out and struck out. Here's the pitch from Scherzer. That's a 5-7, and we're going to check endurance now. A 5-7, that's going to be a ground ball and through for a base hit for the pitcher. So he's gone 6. He's been through the lineup 3 times now. That's 9, and he's given up a run. That's 10. So he's got 10 points. So this is that's basically it for him, because this brings him to 11. So now I can let him go a couple of batters, and I'll show you how to do that. I will let him go to see if he can finish the 7th. He's going to be fatigued, and I'll show you how that works. It's an advantage for the Mets. It's not a guarantee, base on balls or anything like that. It's just an advantage. We'll see how that works. If he gives up, he's going to be fatigued for this one batter. If he lets him on base, then I'll pull him. I got a couple of guys warming up in the bullpen. So here goes. We're going to roll that 20-sided die, see if there's a wild pitch. There's nothing there. Here's the pitch to McNeil, and that's an 89, right? An 89 is an out off Scherzer's card, but since he's fatigued, you can do 50 points up or down. In this case, on the pitcher's card, I would go down, so that 89 would become a 39, right? The 89 becomes a 39, and the 39 is still an out on McNeil's card, and it's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. It's going to be a fielder's choice. That is Cabrera, flips it to Turner, 4-6, fielder's choice. And McNeil's on at first. Again, Scherzer's fatigued, but we're going to let him go one more batter. 18. Here's the pitch to Alonso, and a 51. Maybe we shouldn't have let him go to that extra batter. Let's see what happens. Alonso, and that is a deep drive off Alonso's card, and that ball is out of here. 2-run shot for Pete Alonso, and that's going to be it for Scherzer. And that is number 35, 36. I believe it's 37. 37 on the season for Alonso. And we're going to grab a, let's see, Turner, 9. Going to the bullpen. Single and then a 9. I got to get through the first inning so I can look in the bullpen for the Nats. Let me see who they got in the bullpen, who is available. Great thing about using PC Replay, it gives me all the rosters. It tells me everything that's going on. So that way I know who I can bring in and who I can't. I'm going to bring in a lefty named Elias, guy named R. Elias. I'm going to bring him in. He's available to pitch to the lefty. There he is. All right. So new pitcher is going to be Roenis Elias. And here's the pitch to Michael Conforto. Mets are up 6-0 in the top of the 7th. That's a 76. That is a defensive lookup. Let's just do that real quick. Very, very quick. That's a 95. That's going to be a range play, and that's going to be a ball that the right fielder Parra should run down. I don't see why not. Let's just look at his numbers. Yes, he does. So Parra runs it down for out number 3. But the Mets pick up 2 runs on 2 hits, and they lead at 6-0. It's going to be Suzuki, Para, and Robles here in the bottom of the 7th. 37-0, and that is a line drive and caught by Guillorme. Nice leaping grab by Luis Guillorme. Next is Gerardo Parra. Here's the pitch from deGrom. 34-6, and that is ripped to the second baseman. Backhanded by Panic, sets his feet, fires the first. 2 down. So deGrom is dealing. Victor Robles with a 95-3, and that is a slow grounder to third baseman. Charging it is Frazier, barehands it, fires the first, high throw, but nice leap and tag by the first baseman, Alonso. Great play by Pete Alonso at first base. So ground ball 5, and that is 3 up, 3 down. Holy smokes, he's retired 1, 2, 9 in a row. Top of the 8th. Now, he has not given up a run. So we're looking at 7, plus he's gone through the lineup twice. That's 9, so you still go another one. And he may be able to, I may give him credit for these 9 in a row. If you, basically, if you pitch 3 consecutive innings, allowing no hits, no base runners, you get a +1 on your points. I may give him credit for that, because he did give up a single in the 5th, but then he retired 3 in a row, 3 in a row, and 3 in a row. So I may be generous because I'm a big Mets fan, and I may let him see if he could do that, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see what happens. So top of the 8th, it's 6-0 Mets. It's going to be Ramos, Nimmo, and Panic. We're going to see 2 lefties and a righty, so we're going to let Elias in there. Roanis Elias. Here's Wilson Ramos with a 71. That's a strikeout. Ramos down swinging. 1 away. Brandon Nimmo's next. Here's the pitch. That's a 34-5. It's a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks. And here's Panic. And Panic with a 97-0. And that's line and caught by the shortstop Turner. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits. deGrom against pitcher spot. We're going to see a pinch hitter now. And it's going to be Howie Kendrick. Actually, you know what? Let's see if I have who I have here to bring in. Mets are up 6-0. We're in the bottom of the 8th using Deep Drive Baseball, one of my favorite games. A lot of fun. Very, very affordable. $12, you get every player. The only catch is you got to print them out yourself and cut them yourself. That's the catch. But otherwise, it's a beautiful little game. Plays very realistically. The stats, can hold up with any other game. It's all based on, math, and so, all right, let's look and check here. What were we doing? We're looking for a pinch hitter. So let's do 8K home run G3. 8K home run and G3. All right, let's see who we're going to bring in as a pinch hitter. We got Stevenson. We're going to bring in Stevenson. He bats from the left side against deGrom, the righty. So we're looking for the platoon advantage, if you will. Andrew Stevenson. And Andrew Stevenson, I believe, is going to get an advantage here because he's a lefty specialist batting against a righty. And let's look at that quickly. I think it works. Let's see. Batter advantage exists if a right-handed or if a left-handed specialist faces a right-handed specialist pitcher. Okay. Yeah, he does not. It's harder for a lefty to get an advantage over a righty. This is really meant for the loogie to have an advantage over Stevenson. So if I were to bring a lefty in right now, he would have an advantage over Stevenson, and you would probably have to pull Stevenson. That's really what it's meant to do. There's no real advantage here for the batter. Okay, so here goes. It's going to be Stevenson. Pinch hitter. Here's the pitch from deGrom. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th. 6-0 Mets. deGrom pitching a 4-hitter so far. That's a 31, and that is a hit by pitch. Ouch. So Stevenson gets on base, does his job. Trey Turner's up next. Some action in the Met bullpen. And that's an 83 and a 4, and that is a ground ball to the shortstop. Gm138 flips to second base. The throw to first, not in time. 4-6 fielder's choice. And that puts a very speedy runner at first base. But it's down 6 runs. We're not going to be running. It's Dribble Cabrera now with a 36 and a 3, and that is a ground ball third base. Frazier's going to go to second for 1 and no throw. Turner goes in hard, breaks it up. Cabrera's on at first now in the fielder's choice. 2 out. And again, we went 7, and that's 3. That's 10. Wait a second. He went 7. I said I was going to give him that extra point. Hasn't given up a run. So that's going to be 7, and he's gone through the lineup. That's 10. So he is still on his 10 points right there. So this is his last inning unless I give him this extra inning right here because he did 9 in a row. If you retire 9 in a row, you know, I can give him that extra +1 so he can finish the game. I'm probably going to pull him. Not, you know, he only really completed, how many complete games did he have? It doesn't say how many complete games that he had, but I know he didn't have a lot of complete games. It's just hard to get pitchers to complete games nowadays. All right, so it's Rendon. Here's the pitch from deGrom. 78 is a defensive checkup. And we're just rolling the 2D10. And it's a 32. That takes us to the error chart. So we got to roll on the error chart. And the 32 is a little nubber in front of the plate. And pouncing on it is the catcher, Ramos. Throw to first and in time. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, 1 left. And we go to the top of the 9th. And it's going to be a new pitcher. New pitcher for facing Frazier. And who's it going to be? In a 6-0 game. Tanner Rainey's going to come in and pitch. Rainey should be good, but let me just double check that real quick. It's going to be a single. Yeah, okay. Single. And Rainey is tired. Can he go 1 inning? I'm going to let him go 1 inning even if he's tired a little bit. He's tired according to my stat keeper, but that doesn't really – I'm just going to let him go this 1 inning. I don't want to deal with too many changes, and I already picked him. Tanner Rainey, Todd Frazier, Gm138, and deGrom. See what happens. We may get a pinch hitter for deGrom. We're not sure yet. Don't want to overuse him. That's a 0-4. That's going to be line. Base hit center field. That's the 3rd hit of the game. Frazier has been the offensive star. He's got 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. He's 3 for 4 today. He's on at first, and here's Gm138. And that's a 39 and an 8. That's a fly ball lifted center field. Backpedaling is Robles. Settles under it, makes the catch, 1 away. And that's going to be it for deGrom. We're going to pull deGrom for pinch hitter. And it's going to be one of my favorite players. Let's see. He's here. There he is. Dominic Smith. You know what? Dominic Smith may not even be – I know he comes back in September, but he comes back on the last day of September. So he's not available. Let's see who is. Let's take a quick look and see who is top of the 3rd. It's G3. MK. All right. Let's see who's available. Oh, no. Let's see who's available for the Mets to bat. Cano is back in the – he's on the bench. Oh, it's already September, so I got a lot of players available. Oh, look at that. All right. So you know what? I see Cano there, so I'm going to bring in Cano. I don't know that he's totally available yet, but I really love Cano. He's one of my favorite players. Even when he was with the Yankees, I thought he was a superstar. He had an amazing offensive stroke, great hitter. He was made for his swing was made for Yankee Stadium. But you know what? He decided to go for the Bucks, and he moved out to Seattle. Despite his family, his father, who is from the Dominican Republic, opposed the move. He said, "Hey, because if you go to New York is Dominican. I mean, there's a lot of big Dominican population in New York. So Robbie Cano is going to hit. I hope he's ready, but he is in the roster. And here goes. I'm gonna roll that 20-sided die for that one. Here's the pitch from Tanner Rainey. It's a 52. That's a deep drive off the bat of Cano. Maybe Cano will connect here, and he drives one, and that's going to be in the corner. One hop off the wall. Frazier is going to stop at third, and Cano with a pinch hit double puts runners on second and third. Infield's going to be in now. Jeff McNeil. Here's the pitch. 19. That's a 44 and a 1, and that is a pop-up. Converging are Cabrera and Turner calls him off, makes the catch. Here's Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso hit his 37th home run. Hit earlier in the game in the 7th inning, 2-run shot. So with 2 on and 2 out, it's Pete Alonso against Tanner Rainey. Oh, it's a 1, so we may get a wild pitch here. Let's see what that becomes. An 80. And an 80 says A, B, or C pickoff. So if the pickoff rating A, B, or C, pickoff is an A, and he picks off the runner at, I guess, third base. It's a 1-5 pickoff, and that retires the side. Mets lead 2, no runs, 2 hits. We go to the bottom of the 9th. And let's see who the Mets are going to. Pete Alonso net struck out in the 3rd. All right, let's see who the Mets are going to bring in. And we're going to bring in Familia. And I believe Familia is right here. A horrible season for the Mets bullpen last season. Their 2 main go-to guys had terrible, terrible seasons. Jerry Familia is coming in here for deGrom. deGrom will almost surely get his 16th win of the year, and his ERA will drop. Amazing effort by Jacob deGrom. Allowed 4 hits in 8 innings. He walked none, and he struck out 8. Hit 1 batter, so we'll give him that. 4 hits in 8 innings, no runs, no earned runs, no walks. 8 strikeouts, no home runs, no wild pitches. And it's going to be Familia coming in to face Soto. Jerry Familia. All right, here's the pitch, bottom of the 9, 6-0 Mets. And Familia's going to face Soto, Adams, and Suzuki. Here's the pitch from Familia. That's an 86, and that is a defensive lookup. See what happens. We roll a 31. That's going to take us to the error, and a 50 error, and that is a ground ball second base. Scooped by Panic over to first. 1 down. Panic, I know, is a 3, and I can almost guarantee he's a 3. Yep, I remember looking at that. All right, here's Adams, and that's a 60. That's going to be line base hit. So Adams with his 2nd hit of the game. He's on at first. 1 out, 1 on. Next is Kurt Suzuki. And that's a 71, and that is ball 4. First and second. Gerardo Parra. We throw that 20-sided die looking for that 1. 3D10 when you play deep drive baseball. It's 3D10, and you read the red and the white. 0 to 49 is off the batter. 50 to 99 is off the pitcher. Plays very fast. 53, that is trouble. That's a deep drive. That's a deep drive off the bat of Gerardo Parra. And a 51, that's going to be one hop off the wall. It's going to score one. And stopping at third is Suzuki. So it's a one-out RBI double for Parra. There goes the shutout, 6-1 now. And it's Robles against Familia. And it's a 97 and a 3. That is a hard hit ground ball at the first baseman. That's going to score a run. That's a G3 RBI. Moving to third is Parra. And we get a pinch hitter for the Nats. Who's it going to be? Adam Eaton's available. We're going to bring in Adam Eaton. Runners on second and third. Actually, runner on third base. It's 6-2 now. And here's the pitch from Familia. That's a 35 and a 0, and that is line and caught by the first baseman of Alonso, and that will be the ball game, folks. The Nats pick up 2 runs in the ninth on 2 hits and a walk. Final score is the Mets 6, Nats 2. Nats had 6 hits. Mets had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. Mets had 1 error, and the Nats had no errors. So it's going to be New York with 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Washington 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. And deGrom picks up his 16th win. He'll be, I think, 16-5, I believe it was. Yeah, no, 16-4. Improves his record to 16-4. His ERA was 187. It's better now. He went 8 innings of shutout ball. Could have kept them in there and pushed it to the ninth. So it would have been 8 plus 3 is 11. No, he would have been pulled. He would have been pulled. So it's tough to get a complete game. I mean, if you look at his stat, I don't think he had more than 2 or 3 complete games in reality in the whole season. So it's tough. He would have had to have. I don't know how we could have squeezed another inning out of him. Oh, maybe if the Mets were at home, I don't know, he still would have had to gone 9. I don't know, to be honest with you. You got to see. He could have gotten a +1 for the 9 consecutive here, but that would have given him 11. And then 3 plus 8 would have been 11. So after the 8th inning, he would have had to have been pulled in the 9th. So he just didn't have a lot of complete games. So that's really how it works in this game. So I could have gotten him to try it with and used pitch him fatigue in the 9th. I could do that, but why do that? I don't see the point in it. And that's it. That's the ball game. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation of Deep Drive. It's one of my favorite games. I like it. When I start playing it, to be honest with you, I can't stop. So sometimes I really kind of try to avoid it because I know I don't want to play one a Deep Drive game and then a different game the next day, because I'll still want to be playing Deep Drive, and it gets faster and faster. The more you know the numbers and the more you know the data and the more you know the rules, it becomes more and more fun each time. I hope you enjoyed the game. It was a pretty quick game, 48-minute game. It was a close, it was a better game than yesterday. Yesterday's game was 16-4. This is 6-2. 6-2. The Mets improved their record to 71-67, and the Nats, lose a game on the Mets. They're 81-57, I believe. I believe that's what it was, right? Let me double check. No, they were 56. So they lose a game to the Mets. The Mets, I think, are like 10 games out or something. They're not meant to. But the Mets were 10 games over 500. I at least want to reach that point. And that's about it. Scherzer was, what did we say Scherzer was in this game? Let's take a quick look here. See what Scherzer was. KKK. And Scherzer was 11-7, so he's going to fall to 11-8. In actuality, right? In actuality, Scherzer, we're in September already. In actuality, Scherzer was 11-7, and now he's 11-8. So very, very close to his actual one-loss record, which is hard to do. One-loss record is something that's very hard to replicate. So Deep Drive Baseball, very easy to play. Join our Facebook group, Deep Drive Baseball. I will post this game. I will post different things, and just have a blast with playing this game. Very nice cards, very easy to read. If you have to strain your eyesight, if you use glasses, that sort of thing, these cards are wonderful. Big numbers, big solid, bold, results. Very, very nice. Almost everything is off the card. There's no charts to look at outside of errors and range checks and wild pitches. Those are the three things that. And there is the choice chart that comes up every so often, and the runner chart. But this game, modern baseball is all driven by home runs, so you basically don't have to look at that. And I know if a player is fast and there's 2 outs, he's going to definitely get the extra base. So there's certain things. And then, of course, there's different levels of fly balls. There's shallow fly ball, medium fly ball, long fly ball. And they're different. And the result. Long fly ball, it's almost an automatic sacrifice fly or advance, especially if there's a fast runner. On a hard hit ground ball, it's usually a double play. On a slow hit ground ball, usually runners advance. On a medium ground ball, it's usually a fielder's choice. So it's very easy to learn. It's common sense. And it's a game that a lot of people do not, I don't know, they're not aware of how good this game is and how easy it is to try it out. For $1, you can try it out. I'm going to be giving it a lot of airplay because I think it's really a game that should be, have a little bit more, it should be out, become more public, more people should know about it. And that's why I'm going to see what I can do about that and try to help a little bit. Maybe the word will spread. Say, hey, did you try that game? Check it out. It seems like fun. It's not expensive. It's the whole season. You can get a whole season. They don't have a lot of seasons, but if there's one season you like and you want to buy a season, $12, you get the whole season. You get every player, and you get batting cards for everybody. You get ballpark cards for all the teams. It's a lot of fun. The deep drive chart is a blast because it's going to be a double or a homer, or it's going to be an out caught at the warning track. So that's a great part of this game. So I'm CP Cards and Dice, and this is Cards and Dice TV. Thanks for watching. I will say adios, amigos. See you guys soon.